From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Wednesday morning. Tuesday was a beautiful day, and it's going to be all the same for today, and we'll continue to have a warm and sunny forecast through Saturday, at least a little bit cooler as high is going to drop down to around 80 for lower elevations for Sunday and Monday. And that is going to sync up with a little chance for some showers and thunderstorms in the Cascades and the valleys for Sunday, but the rest of us looking mostly dry for the rest of the forecast period. Okay, let's show you now a live, beautiful look of Yakima. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. Seeing a little bit of sunshine up in the sky for this morning, or at least some more color up in the sky. 40s and 50s for the most part across the map. We are seeing some low 60s in the Walla Walla Valley, but 48 in Yakima, 52 in the Tri-Cities. Your day planner forecast for this Wednesday going to feel excellent around lunchtime. 60s and 70s with a lot of sunshine, and then mid 80s for the hottest part of the day. Again, the forecast is going to stay fairly steady over the next 7 days. We'll talk about that and also have an update on both of the fires burning on the map for this morning. That's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, a late night rooftop rescue after a teen refuses to come down. How officers were able to safely bring him back down to solid ground. And fall semester is in full swing at WSU Tri-Cities, and the number of student veterans is on the rise. But navigating military education benefits can be tricky. We'll show you how the college is helping vets succeed both in and out of the classroom. Plus, a Yakima resident joining hundreds on Capitol Hill to push for critical cancer research funding, meeting with lawmakers to make the case for increased support. We'll hear directly from her, all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Wednesday, September 17th. We want to get right into your top stories, and we're starting off with Fire Watch, as the Wildcat Fire in Yakima County continues to grow as others spark across the region. Fire crews are working around the clock to slow progression, but to give us a better sense of what conditions crews will be facing in the coming days, we'll turn to our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth for a look at what they'll be dealing with. Josh, what can you tell us?
Yeah, well, it's going to be breezy up in the mountains through Sunday at least, and also it is going to be warm and dry. So I'm expecting acreage to go up by 500 to 1,000 acres in general from day to day, although yesterday let me rephrase that. I'm expecting the acreage to jump up in sort of in increments of hundreds, if not low thousands. And sort of the case in point is that for the Wildcat Fire, this one yesterday was closer to 8,000 acres. Now it's a little bit closer to 8,600 acres. Containment at 8%. Still seeing some very active hotspots, very active fire perimeter on the northeastern side of the perimeter, very close to Goose Prairie, or at least getting closer. So still those level 2 evacuations in place for Goose Prairie and also for Bumping River Road. The other fire that we've been tracking, this Labor Mountain Fire, far northern Kittitas County, very close to the Chelan County line. This one now a little bit over 5,000 acres, in fact, a lot closer to 5,100 acres. Did see an uptick with containment by 2%, containment now at 7%, but still many active hotspots all around this fire's perimeter. And with the breezes back in the forecast for today, I'll tell you how that can maybe impact both these fires coming up a little bit later in the show.
Thank you, Josh. We go to new information now this morning. Benton County deputies had a tricky call late last night after a juvenile had climbed onto his family's home and refused to come down. When deputies arrived, they didn't just talk him down from the ground, they climbed up on the roof themselves. This happened in the Red Mountain area. After spending some time speaking with the teen, the deputies were able to safely get him back down to the ground. The family was connected with crisis resources to help support the teen and ensure everyone stays safe moving forward. In education news this morning, classes at WSU Tri-Cities are well underway, but some students need extra help when it comes to accessing education benefits. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert sat down with school administrators to see how they continue to support the school's vet population.
Fall semester is in full swing at Wazoo Tri-Cities, and with enrollment numbers climbing, the student body is more diverse than ever. But paying for school can be a big challenge, And for veterans, accessing those benefits isn't always easy. Assistant Registrar Dina Richter says she's seen a steady growth in the number of veterans on campus.
I'm seeing an increase of about 10 veterans every single semester, and that's up from quite a bit when I first started.
Richter says that one of the biggest ways the college helps veterans is guiding them through the maze of websites and resources needed to access military education benefits, something that can feel overwhelming on your own.
We try to help them kind of navigate the different websites that the VA has, because there are so many, and they have a lot of good information, but a lot of just information in general. So we help them kind of, I consider us kind of the lighthouse that in the harbor that kind of helps them navigate the ocean of VA.
College officials tell me that not only have they seen an increase in the veteran student population, they've also seen an increase in the amount of education benefits that are offered.
At first there was just a couple, and now there's a whole bunch, which makes it very nice because the benefits not just cover the veteran, but they also cover the dependents.
Richter adds that veterans are also eligible for other benefits beyond academics like property tax exemptions, depending on disability rating, but one challenge veterans still face is delayed payments for education benefits, which she says often comes down to VA staffing shortages.
Certainly staffing issues, ups and down on those, have an effect. Sometimes payments come in faster, sometimes they come in slower. It kind of depends on the staffing that the VA is experiencing. So I think there are things like that that they're challenging not only to the veteran, but they're equally as challenging to the school certifying official, because the last thing we want to have is a veteran who has served our country come in and be stressed out because they can't afford their rent.
Through it all, Richter says the goal isn't just to help veterans, but to uplift them.
You know, our overall mission is not just to support veterans, but to lift them up, to make them see their potential.
Breaking down barriers and helping all students succeed. In Richland, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And WSU Tri-Cities will be holding a resource fair for students later this fall. We'll have more information on that as we get closer to it. Taking you now to Capitol Hill, where one woman from Yakima is currently there to advocate for cancer research. Beth Parker with the American Cancer Society's Action Network met with representatives to talk about some key issues when it comes to funding for research. She was joined by 650 others from all over the U.S., as well as Guam and Puerto Rico. Parker says first issue is advocating for extending health care tax credits. Secondly is to support the passing of Senate Bill 339, which would allow for Medicare and Medicaid to cover screenings for early detection cancer. Lastly, they're asking for $51.3 billion for the National Institute of Health to go towards cancer research.
And the messaging is the same from all of us, and these are all bills and budgets that the representatives are very familiar with. But we want to make it personal, and we want to have them think about us and our visits and our stories when they go on the floor and they need to make decisions and they need to vote on these bills. We want to protect healthcare coverage for all of Americans. We want to protect research dollars because research saves lives. And I say that coming from a cancer perspective, but that's true really for any of these medications, diabetes, blood pressure, but research saves lives. And so we really are asking that that's a focus, that is a priority.
Parker also says this is her second year doing this in Washington, D.C., and she says last year they didn't get a lot of the funding they had asked for. So a lot of what they're asking for this year is the same, but more crucial, as this year things like healthcare credits end. And Washington lawmakers were also on Capitol Hill. That includes Senators Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell and Representative for Congressional District 4 Dan Newhouse. All right, keep it here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Tri-City Americans are back for a 68-game season with big rivalries, intense travel, and a mix of veterans and new talent. Coming up after the break, we take a look at what fans can expect from the team's Year 38 campaign. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have another look at your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon is now seeing patients at Prosser Digestive Health Center. Dr. Sharon provides upper endoscopy, colonoscopy, and specializes in women's digestive health. Get expert, compassionate care close to home. Call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 to schedule, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher.
Yes.
Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, built for us.
Save $2,000 on Freedom to enjoy life without readers, glasses, or cataracts. Schedule your free consultation this month with K2 Vision RLE, America's most experienced in advanced lens procedures. Save $2,000 on K2 Vision RLE.
Welcome to the Fall Savings Event, where you can choose your discount this week at Lockers, where the more you spend, the more rewards you get, making it the perfect time to get a new bedroom set or living room set you've been wanting for less.
This week at Lockers.
Judy Justice.
And I'm just getting started.
Today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on a zone-by-zone tour of this morning's temperatures. We start off in Kittitas County, where we're in the mid-50s for Snoqualmie Pass, mid-40s in the Kittitas Valley, 57 in Vantage, which is honestly more of a basin climate. And then in the Yakima Valley, spanning from 48 to 56. 48 for Toppenish and Yakima, 56 in Selah. And then for the Lower Columbia Basin, low 50s for all of us, 52 for the Tri-Cities and for Benton City and for Umatilla and for Boardman and for Connell. And then in the foothills, mid-50s for the Morrow County foothills, 40s, 50s, and 60s, so kind of all over the place for the foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties, and also 40s and 50s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. Here's your Coatcast on this Wednesday for the Tri-Cities. Light jacket stuff for this morning. Going to be sunny and 75 as soon as lunchtime. It's going to be a whole lot of t-shirt weather after that. So yesterday was sunny and 75. Today's going to be sunny and 85 for lower elevations. It will be about 5 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year, and air quality is going to look pretty good out there. We'll show you Futurecast upper level smoke, and it could be, of course, a bit smokier or hazier downwind to some of those fires burning in Yakima and Kittitas counties, but I think most of that's going to go up into Chelan County. Looks like the valleys, the basin, the foothills going to keep things pretty clear in terms of the smoke or the haze. If it is up in the skies, it's going to end up being very, very light. But these fires could flare up some more, just given it's going to stay warm and dry. I'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. In your sports headlines this morning, Tri-City Americans hockey is back for another season, and fans are already circling the calendar for big matchups, long road trips, and of course some at-home ice excitement. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen shows us what's ahead for the 38th AM season.
Behind me is where it all gets started on October 4th, where the Americans have their home opener against Wenatchee. But before that, they have to navigate a tough road trip, including their season opener against Seattle. Last season had its ups and downs. from a record win streak to stretches where the team struggled. This year's slate features 68 games over 183 days, 34 at home and 32 of those against U.S. division opponents. Fans can expect intense rivalries, including 8 matchups against Spokane and the annual New Year's Eve showdown.
I think anytime you can get off to a fast start, especially against your division, it's important, and it can carry you a long way over the course of the season.
The roster features a mix of returning veterans and new draft picks. The Americans will also face the WHL's newest franchise, the Penticton Vees, 5 times.
We played them in the preseason. They're a skilled team. They're a fast team, and they've done a good job over there with making a roster in only one summer with their expansion draft.
Travel will be a major factor, with the team covering nearly 16,000 miles, including multiple back-to-backs. Coaches say preparation and recovery will be key.
When we do have to travel, we don't have to go up the day before. We usually go up a couple days before, get the guys acclimatized to where we are based on a long bus ride, and give them the best advantage to have some success.
We're on the road, I think a little bit more than last year, but it's always good being with the guys and building that team chemistry, and the road trips are irreplaceable, as far as the team camaraderie.
January is the busiest month. 13 games, including a Central Division road trip and a home-and-home against Penticton. It's a true test of depth, endurance, and teamwork.
Adams on left wing, shoots, he scores!
The Americans open their season September 20th in Seattle against the Thunderbirds before returning home on October 4th to take on Wenatchee. A 68-game grind and over 16,000 miles of travel, and hopefully a playoff push, all ahead in season 38 for the Americans. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Dan. And puck drop for most home games is 6:05 p.m. on Saturdays and 4:05 p.m. Sundays, with weekday games starting at 7:05. All right, keep it here, because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Josh Colbert is back with how your weather is looking for the rest of the week. It's all coming up in his First Alert full weather forecast in just a few minutes.
At Smoke City for Less, we understand every smoker is unique. Explore our over 1,500 vape flavors and specialty curated selection of tobacco products. Your perfect flavor and blend awaits at any of Smoke City for Less 6 locations. Save your pennies. Smoke City for Less has the lowest prices. Find the best vape mods, batteries, kratom, and specialty products too. Our knowledgeable staff is always on hand to provide personalized recommendations. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
At Shriners Children's, we're home to the world's leading pediatric orthopedic care. Because so many life-changing advancements start here. We provide access to the best doctors and never allow your ability to pay for services to compromise the care your child needs. We're the first place to turn for the most common or complex orthopedic conditions. Home to possibility and empowering kids to achieve the extraordinary. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
At Bruce Heating and Air, our technicians are not incentivized by commissions or to find problems. We only look for solutions to keep you cool. Now through September 30th, receive rebates up to $1,650 off on a new Daikin Fit system.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today.
It's time to lose your generic weather app. Scan this QR code to download the Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app. It's the app you need from the team you trust.
The Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather app, only from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Next, E.T., we're in the ballroom for Dancing with the Stars Season 34 premiere, plus our Martha Stewart exclusive and backstage with Teddy Swims.
It's an E.T. exclusive.
Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's going to be another gorgeous day out there. Lots of sunshine from both crests of the Cascades to the Blues and all points in between. And high temperature is going to be about 5 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. So 70s and 80s in the mountains and mid 80s for lower elevations. 86 for Yakima and the Tri-Cities, 86s for Yakima and Sunnyside, 85s for the Tri-Cities and Walla Walla. Okay, moving past that, a little bit breezy up in the Cascades for today. Those gusts out of the north and west between 15 to 20 miles per hour could put some drier air over, or at the very least could put some breezier conditions over both those fire perimeters in the Cascades, including the Wildcat and the Labor Mountain fires. So we'll see what ends up happening to fire behavior there. For tonight, mostly clear skies. Overnight low is going to be down into the 40s and 50s, 40s and 50s for the mountains and mostly 50s, low to mid 50s for lower elevations. Wind gusts going to calm down tonight for the Cascades, but could shoot through the mountain gaps, in particular in the Kittitas Valley. Some of those gusts between 20 to 25 miles per hour. Then for Thursday, gusts coming back to the Cascades. It's going to stay breezy in the Kittitas Valley. Wind gusts shifting over to the Blue Mountains as well. So again, the Wildcat fire, the Labor Mountain fire. We'll see what ends up happening to both of the behaviors of both of those fires. High temperature is going to stay in the mid 80s in the Tri-Cities through Saturday, and then a little bit closer to 80 for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So not too much happening with our high temperatures, not too much happening in terms of precip chances. Little chances for showers and thunderstorms in the mountains and valleys on Sunday, but otherwise, like I said, pretty dry out there. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities, mid 80s through Saturday, then low 80s Sunday through Tuesday. In Yakima, a run of mid 80s through Saturday, then around 80 Sunday through Tuesday with a shower possible Sunday. In Ellensburg, also turning cooler this weekend with a 10% shower chance, but feeling even cooler thanks to the stronger winds. In Hermiston, a dry, sunny, and warm forecast ahead, turning a bit breezy Saturday and Sunday. And then for Walla Walla, sunshine in 80s through Saturday, maybe a little dip down into the 70s on Sunday.
Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, Coachella has announced their star-studded lineup for next year's festival. We have who's headlining, all in your entertainment news after the break.
Prosser Memorial Health has received a 5-star rating from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Prosser Memorial Health is one of just 290 hospitals nationwide to receive their highest rating, and one of only 2 critical access hospitals in the state of Washington. For over 78 years, Prosser Memorial Health has provided high-quality and compassionate care to our communities served. It's our privilege. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Right now, U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch and get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in.
No trade-in? But we're willing to trade in our teeth.
Nope. You don't have to trade your teeth in or an old phone.
I like that.
Yeah, if your parents get an amazing deal.
I almost lost this one.
Yeah, you get to leave your tooth under your pillow.
For me, it's Tooth Fairy time.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Save $2,000 on Freedom to enjoy life without readers, glasses, or cataracts. Schedule your free consultation this month with K2 Vision RLE, America's most experienced in advanced lens procedures. Save $2,000 on K2 Vision RLE.
Don't leave it to chance. Trust Vans when you need a friendly, reliable electrician.
Be sure your home's electrical system is safe and functioning properly with a safety inspection. Call Vance to schedule your appointment or book online today.
For over 4 decades, the art of fine catering has been perfected by CG Catering in Kennewick. Well known for their luxurious bites, lavish delights, and precision in every portion, CG Catering will grace any event from groups of 10 to 3,000. Meticulous menus with seamless service for all occasions is their tradition. From remote locations to their local event center, repeat clients provide ongoing rave reviews as a testament to the unforgettable memories they have inspired. Call CG Catering for your next celebration.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, Hollywood is mourning the death of legendary actor and director Robert Redford.
His publicist said Redford passed away at his home at Sundance in the mountains of Utah, the place he loved, surrounded by those he loved, and no cause of death was given.
Redford was known for his starring roles in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and All the President's Men.
Redford was 89 years old.
And a man has been arrested in Georgia in connection with the theft of hard drives containing unreleased music by Beyonce. Hard drives and other items connected to the Grammy Award winner were stolen from an SUV in Atlanta over the summer.
Atlanta police believe Kelvin Evans is the man who broke into the SUV. He's behind bars, facing a charge of entering an automobile with intent to commit theft.
Investigators have not recovered the hard drives that were allegedly taken. Now, in more entertainment news, Coachella has just announced its headliners for next year, and that includes Justin Bieber, Sabrina Carpenter, and Colombian singer Karol G. Also, electronic artist Anima. Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
The artists have all played Coachella in the past. The California Music Festival is set for the weekends of April 10th through 12th and April 17th to 19th.
And passes go on sale Friday. And I'm going to take a look at these prices and see if I can try to get one, because Justin Bieber, I need to see him live.
I feel like there would be easier ways to see him other than Coachella. I feel like that's a pretty hard ticket. Not saying someone as esteemed as you
let's go. Yeah.
You could get a ticket to Coachella. I just think there would be probably cheaper options to see him perform live.
You know what? And he's released a bunch of new music, so I think he'll announce a tour at some point. So maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah. Got to get in line quick.
Right, because then you got to get a ticket to California. Who wants to do all that? No.
Yeah.
All right, keep it here, because coming up next, New York Times bestselling author and speaker Bob Goff is coming to Kennewick. He'll headline the 4th annual Grace Gala, which is a night of hope and inspiration. It's also a fundraiser for female survivors in the Tri-Cities. So we'll show you what else you can expect from this elegant evening of purpose coming up in your next half hour. Plus, Benton County making registering to vote easier with the National Voter Registration Day drive. We'll show you how first-time voters and those updating their records got a head start ahead of the general election in November. It's all coming up in your next half hour.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing Neurostim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At Neurostim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
Look, it's a bird.
No, it's a plane.
No, it's a cow.
A cow?
Cowabunga! It's
fair time. The Central Washington State Fair is coming September 19th through the 28th, presented by Legends Casino Hotel. It's 10 days full of all your fair favorites like carnival rides, fair food, live entertainment, and livestock barns. There's also lots of new stuff to see like acrobatic sea lions and radical reptiles. Get your tickets now at fairfun.com.
This season on the Ducklerette.
I'm so excited this year to find the one.
I'm here to win.
I'm one of the fastest duck racers in the country.
Who will win this year's 2025 Mid-Columbia Duck Race? Find out September 20th at Columbia Park in Kennewick. The grand prize is a 2025 Toyota Corolla Cross, plus other fantastic prizes. Support our community, lend a hand, buy a duck, and keep the tradition alive. The Mid-Columbia Duck Race, presented by Toyota and Autobahn Auto Care Center.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, 3-degree guarantees kind of, getting back up there.
Getting up there?
Yeah.
I've been feeling good. The weather's been awesome. A lot of sunshine. Vitamin D is very important,
right?
As doctors have been telling me.
We're getting more fall-like weather.
Yes. And now it is going to be warm. Like, it's not going to be, we're not talking 60s and pumpkin patch kind of weather, but a lot of sunshine and perhaps a lot of money in your pocket if things break your way. Here's your 3-degree guarantee, sponsored by our good friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel. Yesterday went with a forecast high of 82 in Pasco Tri-Cities, verified at 83. The jackpot went up to $175. And so for today, going with a forecast high of 85 in Pasco Tri-Cities. So if it verifies between 82 to 88, jackpot's going to hit $200. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to applevalleynewsnow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Bottom line for the forecast, we'll continue to keep it sunny and beautiful with highs around 85 for lower elevations through Saturday. A little bit cooler for Sunday and Monday, back down to around 80. And that's going to coincide with shower and thunderstorm chances going slightly up for the mountains, less so for the valleys on Sunday. Otherwise, this is looking like a pretty dry forecast. Right now, speaking of the valleys, you're taking a live, beautiful look at the Yakima Valley. This view coming courtesy of Bi-Mart. Temperatures out there this morning in the Yakima Valley, a little bit brisk. 48 in Yakima, 46 in Ellensburg, but 52 for the Tri-Cities, 60 in the Walla Walla Valley. So temperatures kind of all over the place this morning. Your hourly forecast for this Wednesday in the Tri-Cities, sunny and 75 around lunchtime. And then for lower elevations, going to be closer to 85 for the hottest part of the day, about 5 degrees hotter than normal for this time of the year, but otherwise it is going to be a fantastic day out there. I'll take you on that zone by zone tour of this wonderful Wednesday forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Starting off with statewide news, Washington now has the most expensive gas in the United States, surpassing California's average price. The average price of gas in the state is $4.66 a gallon. The national average is $3.17. AAA said the price spike stems from refinery issues near Puget Sound and in California, along with reports of an outage on the Olympic pipeline, which carries fuel from Washington refineries. Taxes also contribute to the price of gas in Washington. Back in July, the state gas tax increased 6 cents per gallon, so Washingtonians now pay 73.8 cents per gallon in combined state and federal taxes. Benton County is making it easier for residents to get registered ahead of this fall's election. So the drive held on National Voter Registration Day allowed people to register for the first time or update their existing records. Election officials say events like this are an important reminder that everybody's voice counts. So for anyone who missed the drive, there is still time that you can register in person. That's up until Election Day, Tuesday, November 4th. So if you're ready to cast a ballot in the general election, you can go ahead and get started on that. Making a difference now, New York Times bestselling author, speaker, and lawyer Bob Goff is coming to Kennewick. He'll be the keynote speaker at the 4th annual Grace Gala, which is a fundraiser put on by Grace Collective, formerly known as Grace Kitchen. It's a nonprofit that aims to bring lasting change to female survivors of poverty and exploitation in the Tri-Cities. Through the organization, these survivors are able to gain job and life skills, and the event is described as an elegant night of purpose. We spoke to the executive director and founder of the Grace Collective, Amanda Lorraine, and she says Goff is known for his messages of hope.
He serves all over the globe as a humanitarian through his nonprofit called Love Does. Really, his whole heart is to free little girls and women from trafficking and abuse. So he has started schools all across the globe for women and little girls to rescue them out of poverty and exploitation.
The gala is the organization's largest fundraiser. It takes place on October 18th at the Three Rivers Convention Center, with doors opening at 5:45 p.m. You can buy tickets up on their website. That's gracecollective.com. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're meeting Alfie. He's been through more in his 8 short months than most dogs do in a lifetime, but now he's ready to find the perfect forever home, and it might just be with you. So stick around, we'll have more on Alfie after the break.
Josh Cobra, First Alert Weather on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
U.S. Cellular makes it easy to switch. Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in. We don't even have to trade in our teeth? Nope. I almost lost this one.
Get $1,000 off any phone with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Every day begins with a welcome and a promise to walk with each patient on their path to recovery. From medical care to counseling, group healing to quiet reflection, our team is here every step of the way. Recovery includes movement, connection, and care. Because recovery isn't just possible, it's happening here every single day.
This week, Walker's Furniture is making it easier than ever to get that new furniture you've been wanting with big store-wide discounts, where the more you spend, the more rewards you get. Choose from free delivery, an extra 5% off, a free Walker's gift card, or 36 months zero-interest financing. It's the perfect time to get that new sofa or sectional or a new mattress to improve your sleep with big store-wide rewards
this week at Walker's.
Save $2,000 on Freedom to enjoy life without readers, glasses, or cataracts. Schedule your free consultation this month with K2 Vision RLE, America's most experienced in advanced lens procedures. Save $2,000 on K2 Vision RLE.
Hi, I'm Christine Connolly, local realtor with As You Wish Real Estate Team. We offer full concierge services. Our handyman contractors will take care of everything, and you won't pay anything until closing. I'm a proud sponsor of Operation Best Friend. Remember, you only get one chance to make a first impression.
Level up your game at Legends Casino Hotel with Cosmic Cash, where every Thursday in September, we're giving away over $28,000 total in cash prizes. Use your Legends rewards card while playing to power up entries, and you could score $4,000, $6,000, $8,000, or even $10,000. Forget the old school arcade. This is your chance to one-up your wallet with real cash wins. Cosmic Cash at Legends Casino Hotel. Game on.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
No, and you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts, sponsored by Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, supporting Bikes for Tykes, giving away bikes and helmets to area kids. Click Bikes for Tykes at applevalleyNewsNow.com to see how you can help.
Wednesday on Live.
from Necaxa.
I love that you do this show together.
Yeah.
I would never do a show with my husband.
No,
I would
why?
be scared of what would come out of his mouth.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Today is going to be a gorgeous day out there. Lots of sunshine from the Cascades to the Blues. High temperatures about 5 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. Sunny and 75 up towards Snoqualmie Pass. Going to be in the mid-80s for Ellensburg and for Vantage. Also mid-80s up and down the Yakima Valley. In the lower Columbia Basin, could have some upper 80s. Up, specifically up towards the Hanford side, could have some lower 80s down towards Boardman. Most of us going to be in the mid 80s as well. 85 for the Tri-Cities, 87 for Benton City and Umatilla, and then for the Morrow County foothills, low to mid 80s, more like mid to upper 80s for the foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties, then 70s and 80s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. And again, just a whole lot of sunshine across the map for today, so get outside and enjoy it if you can. Okay, now let's talk about something that we haven't talked about in a couple weeks, but I feel like it's still pretty relevant. Vegetation dryness out there for today. Remember, just about a month ago, especially towards the end of August, we were looking at a lot of reds, a lot of magentas on this map. Now we're looking at yellows and oranges, meaning it's medium to elevated levels of vegetation dryness, so still not where we want it to be. What we want to see is all green on this map, but with more warm and dry weather in the forecast, I have a feeling that we're going to keep it like this for a little bit.
All right, it's now time for Operation Best Friend, and today's feature is ready to steal some hearts. His name is Alfie, and trust us, he's truly one of a kind.
Yeah, he's been through quite a journey to get here, but now he's looking for a forever home. Elizabeth Norman with the Pitbull Pen has his story, so take a look.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Houses, Christine Connolly Realtor, and by Manthite Group Cross Country Mortgage.
I'm Elizabeth Norman with the Pitbull Pen, and this is Alfie. Alfie is an 8-month-old bully-type mix. Alfie is part American Bully, part German Shepherd, part Staffordshire, and it all comes together to make his beautiful brindle coat. He's not very big, he's medium-sized. We're not expecting him to get too much bigger. Alfie has the best floppy little ears. As he grows older and they get stronger, we still expect them to stay as they are. Alfie's a very happy little dog. He loves to play, he loves to spend time with people. He does love other dogs and cats. However, his skin is vulnerable to injury, so he needs to go to an only animal home. Alfie's had extensive medical testing to try to pinpoint exactly what's going on with his skin, and they've been able to rule everything out. What they've figured out is he was malnourished as a young puppy, and as a result, he's prone to skin tearing. He's on low-dose steroids and supplements to try to help him get stronger, and he needs a protective environment to make sure that he doesn't get those injuries. Despite that, Alfie remains the happiest dog, and he loves to play, he loves to spend time with people, he loves to curl up on the couch with you. Anything you're doing, he thinks is a great adventure. Because of his challenges, Alfie has not had much training so far, but he would love to work one-on-one with his owner and develop some further skills. Alfie is very attentive and very interested in everything that's going on around him. He loves to watch. He loves to people watch, he loves to watch out windows. He just loves life. If you would love to bring Alfie and his fantastic ears into your home, you can go to our website, also check him out on our Facebook page, and we would love to answer any questions that you may have about him.
You know who he looks like? Scrappy-Doo.
I was going to say Scrappy-Doo.
Were you going to say that?
Yes, he's Scrappy-Doo size, and I know
so
Scrappy-Doo.
puppy-like?
Yeah, Scrappy-Doo is technically, I think, a small-sized Great Dane.
Yeah.
But
Scrappy-Doo?
Scrappy-Doo
Yeah,
enough.
he's scrappy.
Yeah.
Oh, too cute. Adopt him, please.
Yes.
All right, keep it here because coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Mr. Josh will be back with your full First Alert weather forecast. Any hints, Josh? Warm and dry?
It's going to be warm and dry, yes.
We'll be right back after the break.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone, and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
It's the incredible value sale at Furniture Row, and that means everything is on sale. Find unbeatable deals on sofas and sectionals like the power reclining Serena sofa, only $7.99. Save big on bedrooms like the Mia storage bed, now only $4.99. Score huge savings on dining with the 5-piece Acorn Hill Dining Group for only $4.99. Or check out the Consumer Reports recommended Doctor's Choice Plush and save $100. Or get 48 months no interest. The incredible value sale on now at Furniture Row.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Now is the best time to save big on over 40 hardworking Steel tools. Hurry into your local Steel dealer or shop online.
Experience the magic of historic downtown Prosser from September 25th to 28th with the Balloon Rally and Street Painting Festival. Watch talented artists bring the streets to life with vibrant chalk art starting Thursday night. Join us Saturday for the grand reveal of the stunning street chalk masterpieces, followed by the mesmerizing night glow of the Balloon Rally. It's a weekend full of color, creativity, and community spirit you won't want to miss. Mark your calendars and come celebrate with us in historic downtown Prosser.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today. The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Another beautiful day on tap across our viewing areas. We'll have plenty of sunshine from the Cascades to the Blues and high temperatures that'll be about 5 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. So 70s and 80s for both of the mountain ranges and mid 50s for lower elevations, including a pair of 86s in Yakima and Sunnyside and triplets of 85s for the Tri-Cities, Walla Walla and Hermiston. Wind gusts going to be a little bit breezy today in the Cascades. Those peak gusts between 15 to 20 miles per hour. So we'll see what ends up happening to fire behavior for both the Wildcat Fire and the Labor Mountain Fire. But for the rest of us, calm wind gusts. And for tonight, mostly clear skies. Overnight lows going to be down into the 40s and 50s. 40s and 50s for the mountains. Looks like low to mid 50s for lower elevations. And the wind gusts going to calm down in the Cascades, but they'll shoot down the mountain gap. So gusts between 20 to 25 miles per hour in the Kittitas Valley. Then for tomorrow, still breezy in the Kittitas Valley, but also winds for both of our mountains, so both of our mountain ranges, that is. So once again, we could see some active fire behavior for both of those fires burning up in the Cascades. High temperature is going to stay in the mid 80s in the Tri-Cities through Saturday, back down into the low 80s for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Nothing too significant happening with their high temperatures over the next 7 days. And in terms of rain chances, about a 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms in the mountains for Sunday, a much lower chance for showers in the valleys on Sunday as well. I think the rest of us probably stay pretty dry. So it's going to be warm and dry. Those have been the big takeaways for this morning's forecast. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Mid-80s through Saturday, then low 80s Sunday through Tuesday. In Yakima, a run of mid-80s through Saturday, then around 80 Sunday through Tuesday with a shower possible Sunday. In Ellensburg, also turning cooler this weekend with a 10% shower chance, but feeling even cooler thanks to the stronger winds. In Hermiston, a dry, sunny, and warm forecast ahead, turning a bit breezy Saturday and Sunday. And then for Walla Walla, sunshine in 80s through Saturday, maybe a little trip down into the upper 70s on Sunday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, surviving a shark attack.
Did you realize the severity of what you were going through?
On June 7, 2024, Lulu Gribben's life changed forever. The Alabama teen was on a mom and daughter's beach trip in Florida with her twin sister Ellie and some friends when Lulu was attacked by what witnesses described as a bull shark in waist-deep waters. And this morning, she's telling her story to Michael Strahan.
I started swimming as fast as I could, and then like in the movies, they're like, oh, you can't be like frantic or else they're going to come after you. So I just stopped swimming. And then next thing I know is that I raised my hand out of the water and there just was no hand there.
Do you remember what that felt like?
I was in shock.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of this harrowing shark attack survival story. With your GMA First Look, I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Living with your albuterol asthma rescue inhaler? It's a bit of a dinosaur because albuterol only treats symptoms, not inflammation. Asthma experts support rescue that treats both symptoms and inflammation. It's time to replace your rescue with Air Supra. Air Supra is the first and only dual-action asthma rescue inhaler FDA approved to treat symptoms and help prevent asthma attacks. Welcome to the modern age of dual-action asthma rescue. Air Supra should not be used as a maintenance treatment for asthma. Get medical help right away if your breathing doesn't improve or worsens, or for serious allergic reactions like rash, mouth or tongue swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing, or chest pain. Using Air Supra more than prescribed could be life-threatening. Serious side effects include increased risk of thrush or infections, or heart problems like faster heart rate and higher blood pressure. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help. Ask your doctor about Air Supra, a dual-action rescue inhaler for asthma.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 6:52. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines. Today, the Federal Reserve is expected to announce its first interest rate cut since December to support America's slowing labor market. The decision will come at the end of the Fed's two-day policy meeting. Signs of weakness in the labor market are a main factor in the expected move to lower borrowing costs. Officials also believe recent inflation pressures from tariffs could be temporary. In your business headlines, OpenAI is revealing how people really use ChatGPT. A new study released Monday offers the most detailed look yet at the chatbot's global user base. OpenAI studied 1.5 million chat logs. It found people now use the tool mostly for personal needs, not work. Researchers say more than 70% of prompts involve schoolwork, fitness tips, or writing help. The report shows ChatGPT is also becoming a substitute for web searches. And making headlines in sports, WNBA star Paige Bueckers is proving why she was the #1 pick in the draft this season. The Dallas Wings guard was voted Rookie of the Year after a record-setting season. She joined the Wings after leading the University of Connecticut to an NCAA women's basketball championship, and she became the fastest rookie in league history to reach 500 points and 100 assists. Now to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. The Tri-Cities welcomed 25 new American citizens during a naturalization ceremony yesterday at the Richland Federal Courthouse. They're originally from 6 countries, including China, Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, Ukraine, and the UK. All expressed excitement about joining the local community. Benton County has made it easier to register to vote ahead of the November election. This through a National Voter Registration Day drive. Residents were able to register for the first time or update their records. Anybody who missed the drive can still register in person up until Election Day on November 4th. The Ben Franklin County Fair's McDaniel Arena is getting a major makeover. A $12 million renovation will double its seating to 6,000. It'll also improve bathrooms, concession areas, and ADA accessibility. Demolition has started, but the iconic red over-the-chute section will stay. Officials hope the upgrades attract bigger events, and completion is aimed for next fair season. Washington now has the highest gas prices in the nation, surpassing California. The average price is $4.66 per gallon. It's well above the $3.17 national average. AAA attributes the spike to refinery issues near Puget Sound, also an Olympic pipeline outage, and higher state gas taxes. Lastly, meet Alfie. He's an 8-month-old bully mix with a brindle coat and floppy ears. He had a rough start as a malnourished puppy, but despite that, he remains happy and playful. He loves people, dogs, and cats, but needs an animal-only home due to his delicate skin. With ongoing medical care and low-dose steroids, he's ready to find a loving family to grow with. Such a cutie. All right, trending this morning, it's one of the most feared sounds in the desert, but some people in Arizona are wondering if rattlesnakes are not rattling as much these days.
It's all based on a theory that killing snakes that use their rattles leads to silent rattlesnakes surviving and breeding more silent snakes. But experts say there's no evidence that's happening because most rattlesnakes don't rattle to begin with, especially in the wild.
So, in fact, many experts say people often won't hear a sound before a rattlesnake bites. Have you ever seen one?
I've seen one at the zoo, but I've never seen one in the wild. What about you?
I saw one. I forgot where it was. It's by that waterfall that's not too far away. I can't remember the name right now. I've been to it.
Multnomah Falls in Portland?
No, it's like an hour and a half-ish away, but there was like an adult rattlesnake.
Palouse Falls.
Palouse Falls, yes. That's where it was, yeah. So I don't want to see those, but it was kind of far away, you know.
Yeah.
And it wasn't rattling, yeah. So
I think those are pretty notorious around the falls.
Yeah.
And also I think Badger Mountain has a lot of rattlesnakes. We do live in the high desert after all.
Yeah, you don't want to see the baby rattlesnake because they don't know what to do yet. So,
exactly.
Yeah, that's the one thing. But get us out the door, Josh. It's looking warm and dry.
Yes, warm and dry. Those have been the two. I need to get a thesaurus and find some better words for it. It is going to be thermal outside, and it is going to be the opposite of moist. There you go. All right, 40s and 50s out there this morning. Do have some low 60s in the Walla Walla Valley. A little bit later today. Remember, yesterday I said sunny and 75. Now it's going to be more so like, or I think Monday was the sunny and 75 day, but for today, sunny and 85. I think that's a decent consolation prize. We'll continue to keep it in the mid 80s through Saturday, dropping down to around 80 degrees proper for Sunday and Monday. And we'll have these little chances for some showers and thunderstorms in the mountains and valleys on Sunday, but otherwise keeping it pretty dry. Just a quick update on the fires. The Wildcat Fire, it's now 8,700 acres, 8% contained, only grew about 100 acres yesterday, but still very active on the northeastern flank of the fire. Level 2 evacuation still in place for Goose Prairie and Bumping River Road. Got to be packed, got to be ready to go. And then we have the Labor Mountain Fire burning in northern Kittitas County. It's around 5,500 acres, 7% contained, grew 500 acres yesterday, but containment also grew by 2%.
And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleynewsnow.com.
Good Morning America is up next. We'll be back with your local news and weather tonight at 5. Have a great day.